Level 1. Clarity. Clarity means you know where you stand. You can explain, in plain numbers, what you earn, what you spend, what you owe, and what you want next. You do not guess. You do not avoid the bank app. You do not say, "I think it is fine." You have a simple picture you can trust. Start with income. List every source: salary, side work, gifts, benefits, or support. Use the average of the last 3 months if your pay moves around. Then list your fixed costs: housing, utilities, phone, transport, basic food, and any payments you must make each month. Next, track the rest. Small buys matter because they repeat. Use 1 week of tracking if you feel stuck, then repeat for a full month. The goal is not guilt. It is data. Now, list debts. Write the balance, the rate if you know it, and the minimum payment. If you do not know the rate, write unknown and find it later. Add due dates. Late fees and missed payments can drain cash fast. Finally, write goals in simple words. Build a buffer. Pay off this card. Save for a move. Invest for retirement. If a goal has no number, it is hard to plan. Clarity is not comfort. Your numbers can be tight, and you can still have clarity. This level is about control. When you can see the whole picture, you can make calm choices. Without clarity, every choice feels risky. With clarity, you can pick one small change and measure it. Level 2. Self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency means you can cover your basic personal needs without relying on other people to bail you out. You can pay for a safe place to live, basic food, basic transport, and core bills. You can handle routine costs like a small medical bill or a car repair without panic, even if it is not fun. This level is not about luxury. It is about standing on your own feet. For some people, the first step is building a stable routine, a steady job, predictable hours, or a consistent client list. For others, it means lowering fixed costs so a normal month is easier to handle. If you live with family or share a home, self-sufficiency can still apply. The question is simple. If support stopped tomorrow, could you cover the basics on your own? A practical path is to protect the essentials first. Pay housing, utilities, food, and transport before wants. If money is tight, focus on cash flow. Small leaks add up, but big fixed costs matter more. This is also where people clean up the basics, paying bills on time, avoiding overdrafts, and keeping a small buffer in the account so one surprise does not cause a chain of fees. Self-sufficiency also includes skills. A person who can cook simple meals, fix small issues, negotiate bills, and plan purchases can live better on the same income. The core idea is independence. You are no longer in total dependence. You may not feel rich yet, but you can carry your month without outside rescue. Level 3. Breathing room. Breathing room means your month has space. After you pay for essentials, you still have money left. Not a huge amount, but enough to save and still enjoy small wants. This is where many people feel the first real change in stress. You stop counting every coin. You can buy a modest treat without regret. The key sign is surplus cash. It might be 5% of income. It might be 15%. The number matters less than the habit. You can set aside money on purpose. You can build a small cushion. You can begin to plan instead of react. At this level, the best move is to give your surplus a job. A simple split works well. Some for short-term savings, some for debt payoff if you have high-interest debt, and some for small wants so you do not feel trapped. Many people fail here because the surplus disappears. It turns into lifestyle creep. A few extra subscriptions, a bigger phone plan, more delivery meals. Each choice feels small, but the total eats the surplus. Breathing room is also where you start building good systems. Automate savings if you can. Use separate accounts for bills and savings. Plan bigger purchases with a wait list so you avoid impulse buys. None of this needs to be perfect. The goal is simple. Keep some cash at the end of the month. When you can do that for several months, you have room to build the next level. Level 4. Stability. Stability means your life can handle shocks. You build an emergency fund, and you manage debt so it does not control your choices. The classic target for an emergency fund is several months of core expenses. A common goal is around 6 months, but the right number depends on your job security, health, and family needs. The point is not the exact month count. The point is resilience. First, define core expenses. Think housing, basic food, utilities, transport, insurance, and medicine. Not travel. Not gifts. Not shopping. Core expenses are what keep your life running. Now build the fund in steps. If you have 0, aim for 1 month. When you reach it, aim for 3. Then work towards 6. Step goals make it realistic. At the same time, deal with debt in a smart order. High-interest consumer debt is often the biggest threat to stability because it grows fast. Pay at least the minimum on everything to avoid fees. Then put extra money toward the debt with the highest cost or the smallest balance, whichever method helps you stay consistent. The best plan is the one you will follow. Stability also means insurance and basic protection. Health coverage, basic life coverage if others depend on you, and simple home or renter protection can prevent a single event from becoming a disaster. Once you have stability, your baseline becomes calm. You can handle a job change, a broken laptop, or a family issue without falling apart financially. Level 5. Flexibility. Flexibility means you have choices. You are not trapped by the next paycheck. You can make a change without the fear of instant collapse. This can look like taking a short break, changing jobs, reducing hours for a season, or moving to a new place. The big idea is control over your time. Flexibility usually comes from two things: a strong buffer and lower obligations. The buffer can be cash savings, but it can also include skills that let you earn in more than one way. Lower obligations means your fixed costs and debt payments are not so high that they demand every dollar. When your life costs less to run, your freedom increases. At this level, many people focus on runway. Runway is how long you can cover your core expenses without new income. A longer runway creates better decisions. You can leave a bad work situation. You can say no to risky deals. You can take time to learn a new skill. Flexibility also includes planning for predictable big costs. Car replacement, moving costs, education, and home repairs are not random. They are known unknowns. When you plan for them with sinking funds, you avoid debt and stress. You do not need to be wealthy to have flexibility. Even a few months of runway, plus stable systems, can change your life. This level is where money becomes a tool, not a chain. Level 6. Financial independence. Financial independence means your investments can cover your living expenses. Work becomes optional. You can still choose to work, but you do not need a job to pay your bills. This is a long-term level for most people, and it is built through time, steady saving, and sensible investing. The core idea is simple. You build assets that produce income or grow in value. Over time, the earnings from those assets can fund your lifestyle. This can include diversified stock and bond funds, retirement accounts, rental property, a business that runs without you day to day, or a mix of assets. The exact path depends on your country, taxes, and access. The principle is the same. You replace labor income with investment income. A practical way to think about this level is your number. Your number is the amount of invested money needed to support your yearly spending at a sustainable pace. People often use conservative rules of thumb to estimate this, but you should also think about risks, market drops, inflation, health costs, and longer life. That is why people aim for safety, not just speed. Financial independence also requires discipline and lifestyle. If spending rises every time income rises, the finish line moves away. Many people reach this level by keeping their core life simple while investing the difference for many years. The reward is freedom. You can choose what to do with your days without fear of running out of money. Level 7. Abundance. Abundance means you have more than enough. Your basic life is fully covered. Your wants are also easy to fund. You can live well, take care of people you love, and still grow your wealth. At this level, the focus shifts from survival to meaning. Abundance is not just spending more. It is the ability to direct resources. You can support causes. You can help family members without harming your own future. You can invest in projects that matter, even if they take time to pay off. You can build a legacy that lasts beyond you. A smart abundance plan still uses structure. Wealth can disappear through bad decisions, scams, or unchecked spending. People who keep abundance often use clear rules, protect the base, diversify, avoid concentration risk, and keep a margin of safety. They also plan for taxes, legal structure, and estate plans so money moves in the way they intend. Abundance can include lavish living, but the best kind is sustainable. It is the kind where you can enjoy life without fear, and where giving is a choice you can repeat. It is also where people think about values. What do you want your money to say about you? What impact do you want to leave? Abundance is the top level, but it is not the only goal. Even moving from one level to the next can change your life. The real win is progress, not perfection.